And behind the scenes, when it comes to negotiating, it actually worked in my favor because, number one, there was nothing in place for me to step in the ring and say, yeah, we're going to get it on next, because that was not the truth. I'm not here to lie to anyone. I'm not here for hype. I was there on a scouting mission. I wanted to see, this is the guy that I want to fight.
In a 12-week training camp instead of a 6-week camp, which I usually do for like Wilder or White or Chisora. I usually do 6 weeks.
So for Arslan Makhmudov, that's the right way to pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
I would have preferred to have seen a stoppage, because I always believe, if I'm watching from a fan's point of view, I just like to see someone flatlined on the floor, because it shows greatness in the guy. You know, when you chop the King's head off, I want to see that, and I just didn't see that day. He went a good 12 rounds, but the positive in that was just to show he was conditioned. But I just think you really want to take these guys out, and I didn't really see any intent at any moment to try and hurt.
Don't get concerned over a man's ability, because that's his God-given talent. He's strong and he can punch hard and knock men out. I'm going to run away from you around the ring, like boxing away.
Because there's a lot more fights to happen, a lot more big fights. It's one of the defining fights of this era, because with me and Fury, it can't be the only one.
It has finally become reality. The face-off that British boxing fans have waited nearly 10 years to see. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua came together in the same room, standing face to face as the excitement reached another level. Two legendary fighters and two British stars were finally on the same stage. This press conference was far more than a simple event. It marked the beginning of the biggest boxing fight Britain has ever witnessed.
So than that, because any fighter can come to the ring looking in shape, it's what it means to him. It's kind of the same as Rico, what it meant to him to fight Alexander Usyk. It wasn't just about being prepared physically, it was also what it meant to him.
Deontay Wilder was the biggest punter in heavyweight boxing, but I beat him. I knocked him out, so I take that crown. I'm the biggest punter in heavyweight boxing. Me.
And Francis.
Anthony Joshua spoke about turning himself into a beast and a true finisher inside the ring. The most shocking part is that this time every word sounds completely believable. His mindset is clear. His focus is stronger than ever. His desire to win is impossible to ignore. This is not the same Anthony Joshua who struggled against Usyk or broke down when the pressure became too much. This is a fighter who looked deep within himself and came back with a far more dangerous mentality. Tyson Fury is going to experience all of it when they finally meet in the ring.
And I can take myself out of my body and not be personal and be like, I'm sitting ringside. Who do I want to see in that ring? I want to see a killer. I want to see a beast in that ring. So why? It's my time to do it. Let me be that person.
Has that always been there, or do you feel like you've unlocked something in the last 12 months?
Everything, it
I
always
feel like that's always kind of been there with you.
Always, but it's always developing, pushing, and working hard.
Duke McKenzie made a huge statement by saying that Anthony Joshua punches harder than Tyson Fury. When you look at the damage Joshua has caused with his powerful right hand throughout his career, it is difficult to disagree. One clean punch can end the fight in an instant. That is the danger Tyson Fury will have to keep in mind during every second of every round whenever he steps into the ring with Anthony Joshua.
To AJ. AJ hits harder than Tyson Fury, in my opinion. Look at what he's done. AJ destroyed Ngannou, knocked him cold. AJ destroyed Jake Paul. I think he shattered his jawbone, broke his jawbone with one shot, which will tell you just the power that he's still got. I believe AJ will show up psychologically because he's so used to what Tyson Fury does outside of the ring in the build-up to a fight. The trash talking, the walking out of press conferences, the turning up late at press conferences, all of the shouting that always goes on before a Fury fight. Once that circus comes to town, you know what to expect. Now, AJ should be seasoned enough now, psychologically, to know what to expect from Tyson Fury. Equally, Tyson Fury knows what to expect from AJ. So the question has to be asked, who turns up on fight night and who can implement what on fight night? As I've already stated, AJ's right hand, this big old right hand that he throws, if he connects with it, lights out. So if Tyson Fury can't turn the clock back, I'm not saying he hasn't got one last big one in him. He may just need AJ to bring this last big victory out in him.
John Fury, the man who raised Tyson Fury and watched his son become the Gypsy King and reach the top of boxing, believes Anthony Joshua could beat Tyson by a wide points decision and might even stop him with a knockout. That is a huge statement. It is Tyson Fury's own father admitting that Joshua is a real threat and giving him full respect. His final words summed everything up. Both fighters are true gentlemen, and may the better man win. Even inside the Fury camp, there is clear respect for the challenge that Anthony Joshua brings into this fight.
Like I say, if AJ uses his skills, he'll landslide him on points. If he gets involved, it could be different. You know, but AJ, he's had a lot of experience. You know, two-time world champion. I think that's enough to see him through. And he can box. He looked hard and fast last time. You know, he keeps moving, keeps behind the jab. You know, looking for angles, creating angles. I don't see a problem. AJ could knock him out as well. But Ngannou, if you let your mind run away with you and you get tangled up and forget and lose focus, you'll be on the canvas. He's that dangerous. And by the way, both boys are gentlemen, by the way. You know, may the best man win.
Amir Khan has spent his entire career around the highest level of boxing, and he is just as excited about this fight as everyone else. He believes Tyson Fury will win, but he is not overlooking Anthony Joshua at all. He also pointed out everything Joshua has faced outside the ring, including losing people close to him during training camp, which brings even more meaning to this fight. Anthony Joshua has had to overcome far more than boxing to reach this stage. That kind of hardship can either destroy a fighter or make him mentally stronger than ever. From everything we have seen lately, it seems to have made Anthony Joshua into something truly special. Amir Khan calling this a mega fight hardly does it justice. This is the biggest heavyweight clash Britain has seen in a generation, and the entire boxing world is watching.
Big fight, what a fight it is. I still think Tyson could take it, but AJ is looking strong. I want to see how AJ is going to be like, coming back now, you know what I mean? Obviously he's gone through a lot as well with his loss of his friends and everything else in training camp. But look, I'm sure it'll be a mega fight. What a massive fight.
Max Kellerman perfectly explained the pressure surrounding this fight. Tyson Fury enters as the favorite, and that is exactly why the challenge is so dangerous for him. Anthony Joshua has very little to lose and everything to gain. A victory for Joshua would do far more than improve his legacy. It would completely change the way his career is remembered. It would silence every critic who spent years talking about his toughest defeats while ignoring his greatest victories. This is Anthony Joshua's opportunity to shape his legacy forever.
So Fury comes into this fight really with everything to lose. He's expected to win. That should allow AJ to fight a looser fight than he would otherwise. Like in this scenario, not that it's as extreme, but AJ is the Jake Paul and Tyson Fury is the AJ, in the sense that, man, it's bad for Tyson Fury at this point if he's upset by Anthony Joshua. And think about what it would mean for Anthony Joshua's legacy if he would win this fight. Like, it would finally prove the naysayers, and I'm looking at you, Shady, I know you're watching somewhere, it would finally prove the naysayers wrong about Anthony Joshua, because people love to focus on the lowlights of Joshua's career, not at the highlights of his career.
Eddie Hearn laid out the plan, and the message could not be clearer. Anthony Joshua believes he is fully prepared. Not only is he in great physical shape, but he also feels completely ready in every other area. The schedule is demanding and the training has been extremely tough, but hearing Eddie Hearn speak with so much confidence about Joshua's fitness and mental approach before the biggest fight of his career makes everyone pay attention. This fight is becoming a reality, and Anthony Joshua will step into the ring completely prepared.
The offer that we've received from His Excellency is to fight in July and then fight Tyson Fury around November time. We're up for that. Physically, we need to make sure, I was looking on the way up here today about the timings. The last Saturday in July is 14 weeks away, right? We need to get that all clear physically to return to full-time training, full-time, as Darren knows, sparring, which is a different kind of kettle of fish versus turning up and getting on a treadmill and doing your oxygen check. Like, this is intense full-time training. We believe we're going to be given the all clear to do that because AJ feels like...
Jamie Carragher described exactly what everyone witnessed at the press conference. Anthony Joshua stayed calm, confident, and fully in control, while Tyson Fury behaved the way he usually does. Carragher still believes Fury will win on fight night, but his comments about Joshua remaining completely relaxed carry real importance. Staying composed during a press conference of such a huge scale shows that Anthony Joshua has done the mental work and looks far better prepared this time. The best heavyweight in the world today is backing Anthony Joshua to win this fight. He also reminded everyone that Anthony Joshua already defeated Usyk once, which makes the discussion even more interesting. Oleksandr Usyk does not make careless predictions. He has shared the ring with both fighters, and he believes Anthony Joshua will come out on top. That opinion carries real weight before such a massive fight. When the man who defeated Tyson Fury and also lost to Anthony Joshua says Joshua will win, everyone has a reason to pay close attention.
But can Fury beat Joshua?
AJ win. Hey, the belly. You know? Where is he? AJ beat him.
Francis Ngannou has shared the ring with Tyson Fury and pushed him to his limit in one of the most exciting heavyweight fights in recent years. That is why his opinion about Tyson Fury deserves serious attention. His view of this matchup is especially interesting because he believes the result depends on how the fight develops. If it goes all the way, Tyson Fury is likely to win on points. But if Anthony Joshua lands his powerful right hand early and ends the fight, then everything changes in an instant. That is how close this contest really is. Ngannou knows from experience how much Tyson Fury can handle, and he still believes Joshua has a real chance to score an early knockout. For Anthony Joshua, who has always carried incredible power and has worked his entire career for a moment like this, that early opportunity could decide everything on fight night. After nearly 10 years of waiting, Francis Ngannou believes this fight is truly 50-50 and could be decided by one single moment. That is exactly why no boxing fan will want to miss it.
Yes, I think we've been waiting for that fight for almost 10 years now, for almost a decade. So finally happened.
And what do you think? Which of them do you think will win?
Well, again, at this level, I think it's very close. Everybody can win. And then it depends on how the fight goes. I think if it's gonna be like go to decision, I give the decision. I will pick Fury if this fight go to decision, and then if it's like a knockout, I think Joshua has a chance early in the round. But as far as the fight goes, it's gonna be way off.
Simon Jordan was as direct and honest as ever and raised several points that are hard to disagree with. In boxing, many believe the warm-up curse is real because top fighters can sometimes deliver their best performance before the main event if they take a tune-up fight too close to it. On the other hand, Anthony Joshua truly needed that ring experience after everything he faced personally in December. It would have been unfair to expect him to step into the biggest fight of his career while carrying so much pain without first rebuilding his confidence and sharpness. The Jake Paul fight was valuable for much more than the final result, and anyone who understands boxing can see why. Simon Jordan also shared his opinion about Tyson Fury staying away from media criticism, which adds another layer to everything surrounding this matchup. Beneath all the drama, the politics, and the personal tension, even Simon Jordan agrees on one thing. This is a massive event that cannot be avoided. It has to happen. When even those who question the build-up still cannot stop watching, it shows just how enormous this fight really is. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are about to create a moment that will shape both of their careers forever.
Tyson Fury wants another run out, possibly in July as well, if Anthony Joshua's going to have this one in July. But we got to be careful with this. You know the old, what's the old saying? The old warm-up curse. You know, when fighters have warm-ups like these guys at that stage of their career,
we've all accepted, Spence, haven't we? Sorry to cut across you, but we've all accepted that there's no way Anthony Joshua can come into a fight against Tyson Fury, having had a warm-up against Jake Paul, having had the challenges of his personal circumstances in December and the tragedy that goes with that. It would be remiss of him not to have a warm-up fight. So you're in that space anyway.
Totally agree, Simon.
But the interesting thing about this fight is that I look at fights, and we're going to discuss this later on in the show. My view on this fight is it's an inevitability that it has to happen. What it actually means, it means little to me, because whilst I will watch the fight, I'm not going to go and see it. I'm tired of Tyson and his. I'm not going to give him more courage than I absolutely have to. I accept it. But the fact he doesn't want to talk to us and engage with us because he doesn't like criticism, I think is crap. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite and go to this fight. The fight in of itself, it's a spectacle.
Then let us talk about what is really on the line, because this is far more than just another boxing match. It is the result of almost 10 years filled with difficult negotiations, missed opportunities, cancelled fights, personal setbacks, and endless public drama. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua finally stood face to face at the same press conference, and the feeling inside the room made everything clear. This fight is personal. It is huge. And it is finally becoming reality. So what is truly at stake? Everything for both fighters without any doubt. If Anthony Joshua wins this fight, it becomes the greatest comeback story in British boxing history. This is the same man who suffered a shocking defeat to Andy Ruiz Jr. and later lost twice to Alexander Usyk, while many people questioned whether he still belonged among the very best. If Joshua defeats Tyson Fury, all of those disappointments fade into the background. His greatest victory replaces every painful memory. He becomes the man who fought back from his lowest point and defeated the Gypsy King. That is a legacy nobody can ever erase. Duke McKenzie believed it. Max Kellerman believed it. Even Usyk backed Anthony Joshua. And if Joshua lands that powerful right hand early, nobody watching will be able to deny it. But what if Tyson Fury reminds everyone why he ruled the heavyweight division for so many years? What if the Gypsy King steps into the ring and proves once again why he stayed unbeaten for so long? Why he rose from the canvas against Deontay Wilder when defeat seemed certain? Why many consider him the most naturally gifted heavyweight boxer of the last 30 years? A convincing win for Tyson Fury over Anthony Joshua would secure his place as the greatest British heavyweight in history. No questions. No arguments. Just a legacy that will stand forever. The biggest question now is who is mentally stronger, and that is something nobody can answer with complete confidence.